Housemates, go to the party room immediately. This is Big Brother. Housemates, this Saturday night's turn-up is now over.
You can't even speak English.
You think? I speak very good. It is Olua. Speak very good. You think
really?
about I ain't gonna.
They told you to speak English. You can't even speak proper English. Hello everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. Now last night the Saturday night party happened, and of course it was a gardens party. It was a gardens circus extravaganza party, and the housemates did not disappoint. Of course, gardens brought all the energy. The place was looking good. The party arena was amazing. The decoration was on point. The branding looked amazing. I was looking at the floor. It was literally branded. And of course, you know, it was time for the housemates to go into the party arena. People that announced to the housemates, it is now time for you to go to the party arena. Go in immediately. And you could literally see the housemates looking literally good, right? One of the outfits that stood out for me last night was Thelma's outfit. I loved it. She literally had all the colors blazing on her dress. And of course, she had a good time on the dance floor. As soon as the housemates, you know, got into the party arena, we literally saw Bright Morgan, and there was one other person. There was Victory right there. There was Kai Kumi right there on, you know, the bar rather. And of course, we saw K-Bobo also at the bar attending to the housemates. I think that's the first thing the guys do. Once we get into the party has to be lit, so people have to drink and have fun and, you know, be excited and get into the mood and the vibe of the party. The DJ did not disappoint. The music was a build-up, and of course, it literally climaxed. There is no time that we have a gardens party that we do not have a follow-up drama, and I know you're all waiting to hear the gist about everything that happened after the party. Now, the party got so crazy and interesting and fun and energetic that most of the guys literally had to take off their shirts. We saw the likes of Ruboy, we saw the likes of Brad Morgan after he was done serving all the housemates, take off their shirts to party with their girls. Now, I think that at the party yesterday, we saw the fact that, you know, Thelma and Ortega literally were in their elements, because I think that there's something brewing between these two people. Right? We saw Ortega, you know, I like to call him Ortega himself, and Thelma in a very cozy, you know, easygoing mood. I look at the fact that happened between Thelma and, of course, Isabella sort of brought Ortega and Thelma together, and you could literally see them acting up like a couple yesterday. We saw Gigi Jasmine, who had a fight, a serious one with Victory, you know, Victory for going after Sultana, and of course Sultana also trashed Victory's ass, right? We saw the fact that, you know, Gigi Jasmine was ready to just, you know, at this point, I don't have a boyfriend, so I can party with anybody. And we saw what she was literally doing with Ruboy and then K-Bobo. Literally, at this point, they literally got her in a corner. One thing that I love about the Gardens party is the fact that, you know, they make sure that the housemates get into the vibe. There's enough to go around, there's enough to drink, there's enough to make sure that the housemates enjoy. Because I looked at it and I said, you know what, the burst of colors in that room, right, would make anybody want to just, you know, get into the vibe. Two other things that stood out for me at the party were the fact that, you know, we saw Sultana sipping out of a cup. I think the one thing that you would love about the party is the fact that it's irresistible. Big Brother had warned Sultana during the week that she was banned from taking alcohol for 1 week, right? What else are you taking at a party in a Gardens cup? Because this Gardens cup had something in it. I don't know what it was, you know. I believe it was a Gardens drink, right? Because, I mean, she literally was sipping out of that cup. You can't tell me it's water, right? You can't come to a Gardens party and be drinking water. So I'm trying to see, I hope she's not in soup, because at some point, Jason came to meet her to make sure that she literally wasn't drinking, because I don't think she should be holding anything at the party. But, you know, at that point, she couldn't just hold it. And then one of the highlights of the night for me was Emisi. Emisi got into her element. She literally didn't wait for anybody to come dance with her. She turned the dance floor up. I mean, when Oblé played, it was crazy, right? The housemates went gaga. We saw Dede and Kola. For the first time, I think that, you know, Dede might sort of be, allowing Color to ease in gradually, even though we saw something else after the party, right? We saw the fact that Coin and Dede were right there on the couch, and Dede was like, I want you to tell me everything that's going on in the house. I don't want to be hearing it from people. Tell me if you like somebody in the house. We're best friends. But in my mind, I'm like, I don't even know what this girl is doing. But literally at the party, we saw herself, Dede, and Color enjoying themselves. And then after the party, a big fight broke out. 2 fights, actually. We saw a fight that broke out between Emisi and Faith. Now, what was this fight about? We saw the fact that, Faith was cooking. The housemates got into the kitchen. They were all hungry, right? They had partied, they had enjoyed their gardens drinks, and they've got into the kitchen, and they wanted to make some, meal. They wanted to eat. And guess what? Faith had washed a pot because he wanted to use that pot to cook. Emisi got into the kitchen, right? Took the pot and started cooking. Now, Faith came back and said, I told you that this pot, I washed it and I wanted to use it to cook. Why are you using it? And Emisi was like, oh, I didn't know that it was your pot, 1 or 2 things. And then they started dragging the pot with themselves and spilled the content of the pot on the floor.
Watch out.
Welcome. Do your thing. Entertain me. Rubbish.
You have yourself.
Because I always entertain you.
You will wake up all night crying, and nobody's going to hear you.
The next time you hear, watch from me. The day you're going out of that door.
Okay, I love that choice you're always making. You went to.
Now, this fight got into the garden, not between Faith now and Emisi, because Kola wanted to know what's up with, Emisi. What really happened? Why is it that, at this point, your food got poured on the floor and all of that? And they were in the garden, right? Kola was having this conversation with Emisi. And while he was having this conversation with Emisi, Culture was there. Now, as soon as she was trying to explain and all of that, we just had K-Bobo from an angle say, Now, that that K-Bobo said triggered Emisi. And literally, this fight between Emisi and K-Bobo went on for over 15 minutes.
Nobody called you yet.
Who yes?
Him, K-Bobo. Nobody called you, so mind your motherfucking business. Idiot. Big for nothing. Big fool.
You were sure. Speak English. Now that they tell you, maybe speak English. You are wrong. You are wrong. You can't say pot. I say one spot. You can't use that. You drag. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up. Shut the fuck up.
Nothing upstairs.
Oh,
I don't always like to give my opinions on topics like this because I know even though I have an opinion, right? I like to leave it to the audience to just judge themselves, because how on earth do you get yourself involved in a conversation that's not yours? You do not have a say. Nobody spoke to you about it. The fight was not initially between you and Emisi, but from a corner you just said and he started dragging him. He's saying that you're at fault, accept that you're at fault. Emisi was like, I'm not saying I'm not at fault, but I am saying that what's your business? Why are you putting your mouth in a fight that doesn't concern you? And then they went to buy her head, and K-Bobo was like, what do you have? Who are you? What have you achieved in this life? And Emisi was like, you know what? I am a fashion designer. I am a script writer, and all of that. And he was like, it's a lie. And Emisi was like, when we get outside, you will see.
You have nothing going on.
I am a professional fashion designer.
Zero, nothing.
I am a
script your life.
I am a script director.
I
am a script director.
Script director. You can't even speak English.
You think?
Script director waiting.
I speak very good. Bbnaija, speak very good. You think
really?
I ain't got.
It got to a point that K-Bobo was like telling Emisi that what, he would like to see if Emisi will get into the kitchen next week, that she dares not come into the kitchen next week. And of course Emisi was like, come on, they don't born you well. Next week they come. I will go into that kitchen. If you touch me, you'll find a way out of the house. Well, like you all know, there will be no Gordon's party that has no drama. Every Gordon's party, year in, year out, you will find out that after the party, there's always going to be drama. I mean, one saw a housemate, the previous housemate, disqualified from the show. I mean, and I begin to look at it like, you know what? This season, these housemates have gone back to back on themselves every day. There's been no day that we've not had. It's just the 3rd week, and there's been no day there has been no drama in this house. But of course, this last drama was crazy because I was watching the fight. 15 minutes between K-Bobo and Emisi. I also think that, sometimes they need to just chill for themselves. But of course, that is what we signed up for. Guys, let me know what you think about the party. Do you think it gave you the vibe that you wanted to see this season? I'm sure that we're still going to have much more parties as the season progresses. Let me know what you think about the setup, the DJ, the music, the pop of colors in the house. And of course, let me know what you think about the the fight that broke out between Emisi and Faith. Who was at fault? And then the one that had Capable and Emisi. Do you think that, Capable should have put his mouth in a conversation that was not his? Let me know what you think in the comment section. And that's it on this video. Thank you so much, guys, for watching. Just so you know, this video is proudly sponsored by Gardens. Shall we? Of course we shall. Until next time, I come away again very soon. If you've not subscribed to my channel, just hit the subscribe button, turn on your notification bells, and guess what? You get notified whenever I post a video. Go on all social media platforms on Facebook and Instagram, on X, that's Twitter, and of course on TikTok. And follow me at Olufemi. Until next time, I come away again very soon. It's bye for now.